Salute the Badge is sponsored by Montana Rail Link, supporting the Main Street of Montana for 30 years.
It's an important element to law enforcement, those officers who help supervise those on probation or on parole. As we salute the badge, we learn about the men and women who help former felons transition to freedom. It's a high-stakes job with gear and guns, and what they do protects the public and guides the formerly convicted towards a better life.
It's fun, it's exciting, it's meaningful, it's important. These people that we service have been in trouble and need to be supervised, but they have needs as well. We use our skills and community resources to help them deal with whatever's going on in their life that is maybe a barrier to them to be successful.
There are 28 officers at Missoula's Adult Probation and Parole, supervising 1,400 people who are either on parole or probation. These are the officers who help them not just abide by what the courts require of them as a condition of their freedom, but to find a way to move forward.
I always tell them the goal is happy, and happy doesn't look exactly the same for everybody. Are you sober? Do you have a safe place to live? Do you have money? And then having people you trust and things you like to do, because that's a big part of it. If you're just isolated all the time, it's just you're kind of waiting for a disaster.
Most of the officers are what's called traditional parole officers, who have a caseload of about 85 people. Some specialize in supervising mental health clients or sex offenders, or in what's called ISP, intensive supervision. It's for those now free after committing the most serious crimes. Because sometimes managing freedom isn't easy.
Some of them have been locked up for a long time, so it's hard for them to go from 24/7, someone telling them when they're going to get up, when they're going to go to bed, when they're going to eat, then they get out and they suddenly have a world full of choices and they don't know what to do. It's really overwhelming.
The officers teach their clients the logistics of getting a day planned out to help them stay in control of their lives. What is a challenge, though, is finding affordable housing or employers willing to hire somebody with a criminal record so they can start to rebuild their lives after incarceration.
Some people really need someone to just care and help point them in the right direction, hook them up with services. We have such a lack of resource for people that have chemical dependency problems, and then also just with the, being able to meet people's basic needs with the housing and employment. And I mean, if you don't have your basic needs met, nothing else is going to go well.
The job does come with dangers. Each officer works with a partner when they check on their probationers, but each say it is worth it to help protect and serve everyone. Funding to hire more officers to ease that big caseload is something that would have to come from the state legislature.